Gods and goddesses in training, welcome back to the channel. It's Uncle Makara. Today I'm at this other flat of mine. I want to talk about a topic that's really important, man. I think people focus so much in this generation on the superficial aspects, and I don't think that that's the right way to go about it. Sure, your looks are definitely important and a big part of change and growth and so forth, but actual goodness, right, in this world seems to be lacking. A deep sense of compassion with the strength that can handle that level of compassion is required and necessary. So don't pet the sweaty things and don't sweat the petty things. Your pettiness, gossip, rumination is keeping you in that low vibration. Wow, that rhymed. Bars, okay? Really start to understand this for yourself, okay? I can only give you my perspective on this. However, have you ever observed this within yourself? That you start going, wait a second, you know, that person has this or that, or, you know, they have a pimple, or I can't stop staring at their, you know, cross-eyed or something like that, or I can't stop, you know, looking away from their imperfections. I'm always flaw seeking, right? I'm always seeking for criticism and flaws in other people because I worry about those things myself. That's the thing. So nobody really has people problems. When people say that, you know, I like dogs more than people, you know, animals are so cute and lovely, you know, little children are so lovely. But if you can't have a conversation with an adult, there's something very wrong. And it's not the fact that you can't communicate with others. It starts with the self. Relationship issue starts with the self. It's never the other person. Yes, sure, they're toxic, whatever, right? But you have maintained and stayed in that toxicity for long. Am I right or am I right? Okay? Like, a lot of people stay in situations that hurt them and harm them, right? They love staying in a situation that is actually gonna make them a lot worse. Why? Because it's comfortable, because it's safe. What if I fall in love with a girl, right? For a superficial based reason. Oh, she looks good. What about when she's 90, bro? You get what I mean? What about when she's 80 years old and her tits are like sagging down to here? When is that gonna matter? Yeah, looks are great. Okay? Good job. You have a decorated ego. And hey, looks are awesome, man. And men, they look for looks, and so do women, okay? It's valid. It's very valid. But I see a lot of guys using this thing as a cop-out, man. And instead of self-improving, people think of 1,000 different excuses for themselves. Why? You know what it is? I honestly think this generation doesn't want to work hard at all. They want everything really fucking quick. An example of this, like everybody's trying to get to that crypto billionaire level or something, right? In this generation, instead of what? Every day and every way we keep getting better and better. We are the upward spiral gang, right? Today, I finally stepped it up because it's a portal day today. I was like, I'm gonna go kickboxing. I don't even care. Even if I don't feel like it, I'm gonna push myself. You get what I mean? Like I'm gonna push myself to that level where I'm on the brink, I'm on my edge. I get refined every single time. My character is gonna evolve. You get what I mean? Now I'm noticing messages from people. Shout out Samba, by the way. He's been shouting me out on TikTok. And shout out Ace too. TikTok is a very valid platform. Too bad it's not available here in India. However, I'm glad that other people outside of India are talking about me, you know, on TikTok, irregardless. Anyway, guys, really start to look at dropping the superficiality, that fake like ego mask that you always need, and worrying about other people's approval and opinions, and like you need everything in order. Okay, I need all my ducks in a row in order for me to take action. Yeah, I can't do that. It's, you know, it's probably not good enough. But then what do? I muscle test and I'm like, okay, yeah. My body tells me, yeah, I do it. Okay? That's what I'm gonna do. Like when I'm gonna approach this girl, I'm gonna muscle test, body test, right? Are these indicators of interest that I'm perceiving in this woman real? Right? Or am I just imagining this shit? Right? Because your mind can play tricks on you too. You could have this sense of paranoia in your own internal world and walk into an environment and be like, I don't trust that motherfucker. I don't trust these people. There's something off about them. But that's your own internal world. You see what I'm saying? You walked into the venue in a paranoid state of mind, a frantic state of mind, closing and constricting yourself. Rather than what? Loving, embracing myself, allowing myself to embrace the beauty of life, So I saw this video the other day of this guy, right? He had a haircut, kind of like mine too, And he was teaching someone how to box. And the thing about it is, that was so useful, the technique that he was showing people, right? But people weren't focusing on the fucking technique, guys. People were focusing on his hairstyle. What the fuck? Who cares? Oh, but he's going bald. Oh, but, she has purple hair. What the? I can't tell anything based on a person's looks. Yeah, there's somewhat you can go, okay, she's a liberal, right? You can definitely tell, right, when somebody is a certain way. But again, I am not gonna judge that person, bro, because I don't know them. All I'm seeing is their appearance. And there are many false appearances. Okay? Don't judge a book by its cover. I'm telling you, bro. Don't judge a book by its cover, because the moment you do that shit, it's gonna come back to bite you. Trust me on that. Why? Because the same energy with which you're judging that person, which you're pointing back towards yourself, right? It's that same energy. So if you're like, oh yeah, that guy's fat, bro. You're worried about your weight. You are worried about you gaining weight and becoming overweight, motherfucker. You get what I mean? And if you're like, yeah, that guy's just such a loser, bro. You've been a loser before, right? That's how you know. It's all shadow work. I hate that people use the word love and light, because love is also dark, right? It's love and dark and love and light. So when people say happy, beloved, love and light, a part of it is great, okay, yeah. But love is dualistic, There's that dark side of me sometimes. It's like I don't feel like doing this, or I feel this intense sense of wrath or revenge that I want to do this thing and I have to push through. And guess what? I'm going to transmute that energy. I'm going to put it into my music. I'm going to freestyle rap. I'm going to start dancing out of the blue, man. Right? Just like with that energy. Why? It's just changing states, man. Changing states. Your state will determine your results, what you're doing, your behaviors, okay? So if you're in a bad mental state, of course, that's gonna project onto you what? Your relationships, your bank account, it's gonna reflect all of that. But the more you can connect with yourself, you feel fulfilled. I feel secure within my own nature. I feel stable within my own nature. Money's gonna start flowing in. If you're like, hey man, I'm gonna actually express my creativity today. I don't even care what people think of my creativity. I'm just gonna express it and let it resonate, right? And you start noticing like you're more fluid, you're more languid, right? You're like living like a lucid dream more, and your sacral chakra is active. And then the third one, you're like, you know what? I don't even care. Like, I'm just gonna dominate today, right? I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna write all my tasks down. I'm just gonna pierce through with that energy, that Mars energy, right? That's another energy that you can tap into instantly. Oh, what am I doing, guys? I'm basing it on the chakras. You have got to have all of your energies flowing through you purely. Whenever there's stuckness or stagnancy, or you feel like the valve of the flow state, the flow is not flowing through your body. That's why the problems are happening. You see? On the outside world, you see, you control the metaphysical. These are energy centers that spin clockwise, apparently, right? Counterclockwise would be they're unbalanced, or they're going in opposite direction. I actually like going like this through each of my chakras just to set the intention on them and spin them clockwise, okay? Why clockwise? Just an auspicious direction, okay? There's no other reason. I mean, if you notice that there's a lot of depth in this information, like for instance, I could tell you that I got visited by Skanda the other day, which is Shivaji's son, also known as Kartikeya, right? And he's depicted with peacock feathers and a peacock. And I have peacock feathers behind me, and I never even knew that his presence was already there in my space even before he showed up. You know, how did he show up? He showed up first of all in a dream, and then I just muscle tested, and I was like, okay, is his energy around my space already? And I was like, yeah. So yeah, sometimes you don't even expect these things and they just end up happening. But anyways, back to the topic at hand, bro. Like, think about it. How many times have you focused on the wrong thing, right? Just completely like, you're like focusing on, oh, how many followers am I gonna get? Like, do you think I really give a fuck about subscriber count? Yeah, it's a metric, it's statistics, and my subscriber count keeps going up, but I'm not like attached to like, you know, I must reach 4,000 or something like that, man. No, the people who resonate are gonna resonate, right? We have people signing up for the Adepts, and the people who have lost out, there's like 3 days left, guys, for the Adept program discount, by the way. You want to do a trial month. So, you know, it's your loss, bro. Like, I'm not gonna, you know, sugarcoat anything for you. Honestly, like, if you miss out, you miss out. That's the thing. Life happens like that, you know? Life is happening with or without you. Straight up. If you decide not to show up, to go, you know, definitely ninja mode, you're like, oh, I'm gonna soul search, and then for 2 years, you're just kind of doing the same old routine. Guess what, man? You're just scared, okay? You're just scared. It's time to face the facts. It's time to face the facts. You are just being a bit of a pussy, and that's completely valid, okay? You're allowed to do that, but guess what? You're not allowed to stay there, okay? There's nothing wrong with being weak. There's something wrong with staying weak, okay? So recognize that the time you have right now is for leveling up your strength, your mental toughness. You need to put in some of this grit into your life now. Enough is enough, right? Like you've done it for too long. You've been spinning your wheels for too long, going nowhere. Now it's time to really double down on who you are, your strengths, what you stand for, what you don't stand for. You gotta know that, man. You gotta have some opinion. You gotta be a little bit polarizing in this game. To what? Stand out. I am a glitch in this matrix. Why? Because I'm not trying to, you know, fit into your normie words, okay? Are you monogamous or polyamorous? Okay? The fuck? What are those terms? Okay? You know, are you a sapiosexual or a demisexual? Or are you a sexual? Okay? In the future, you're just gonna create words for yourself, bro. Hey, you might identify as beautiful, but not be beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just having a bit of fun, guys. But you guys get what I mean, right? There's so many people that just have this weird superficial attitude. Hey, I know I'm wearing a fly-ass outfit right now, but am I doing it to impress anybody? Fuck no, dude. I'm just doing it to express myself, right? It's what aligned with me today, right? I saw it in my closet and I was like, yeah, that looks kind of lit, right? Let me explore that. But if I'm doing it thinking, what will Sally think of me if I wear this? Okay? I wonder if Monica sees me in a nice red suit, that would change her perception of me. That's when you're trying to be the creepy guy, bro. When you're trying to over-plan, over-circumnavigate the whole seduction and interaction with each other, you're not in your flow. You're not in your natural sense of beingness. You're gonna pretend to be a cool guy around her, but you're not really fucking cool, right? So get a cool lifestyle first. Feel good about yourself, right? Start embodying who you really are and put it out there, man. How are you gonna learn and grow if you never, you know, express yourself and your truth? And you can give me 1,000 different excuses. I've heard them all. You know, I'm getting older now, and I don't really think that, you know, it's right for me to, you know, go do that. And, or, man, I'm just too young for that. I don't really know if, or, but I'm a woman. I don't know if a girl can do that. Or, But I'm a guy though, you know, that's kind of weird. Like, do you really think that it's okay for me as a man to do that? You see how you're shackling yourself based on all of these false narratives, these labels? It's time to just take off all of those labels, man. It's time to relabel yourself. From the movie Swingers, you were so money that you don't even know it, bro. You don't even know it. That's the thing. You don't have anybody encouraging you in your life, probably, right? Like, you're probably not this lazy, complacent dude or gal. You're not. It's time we stopped taking advice from wounded people. Let's unlearn all that gunk that we learned from wounded people in our lives, okay? Enough is enough. We are the Upward Spiral Gang. I hope this video woke you up today out of your dull-ass zombie trance. Let's get it. Upward Spiral Gang. May we never be the same again. Tap in soon. Let's go.